Hello everybody, this is Chris, otherwise known as the Big Blue Baller, back with another NBA 2K20 MyTeam video. Today going over the Atlantic Division for the All-Time Spotlight Sim series of challenges, and I'll be going over each individual team, giving my little tips and tricks and things that I noticed in terms of tendencies and how to beat each squad. So if you are looking forward to these tips, stick around to the end of the video and go ahead and like and subscribe for more NBA 2K MyTeam content and soon to come NBA 2K21. But without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So the lineup that you see on the screen right now is the lineup that I was running through the beginning of these challenges. As you can see, the Galaxy Opal Stephen Curry is a card that I ended up pulling from a locker code pack. I got very lucky. Typically don't get much out of those locker codes above the amethyst level, but hey, I will take a Galaxy Opal for sure. Now, obviously most people are not going to have a card like the Galaxy Opal Stephen Curry. However, there are other moving three-point shooting cards that you can pick up for your squad. As you can also see, I splurged and got the Galaxy Opal Taco Fall from the auction house. Again, I don't expect every player to be able to pick this up. However, there are locker codes out right now to get a free Amethyst Taco Fall with a chance of getting a Galaxy Opal Taco Fall. There's also a Bowl locker code, and there's just other locker codes for other big men out there as well that will last for, I believe, one more week. So go ahead and snatch those up. I'll leave a link in the description to the website where there's a full list of locker codes. Thank you, Hudson, for pointing that out to me in one of my past videos. Now, while my starting lineup is pretty strong for playing against these teams in these Spotlight Sims challenges, my bench is pretty weak. As you can see, I even had Sapphire Evolution Gerald Green in there, and that was mostly just to get him up to a Ruby. I'm trying to evolve as many cards as I can at the moment, but obviously not the number one choice to throw in there to go up against the Hall of Fame CPU for the last two challenges. And so as I played through these challenges, I realized that I was not going to be able to get away with having Sapphire Gerald Green among other shorter and lower tier players in my lineup. And so you'll be seeing me making changes along the way. But to start things off, this Brooklyn Nets team, not too difficult to go up against. Their starting lineup includes the Galaxy Opal, Derek Coleman, which you will receive for beating all 5 teams in the Atlantic Division. Also has 3-point specialist Drazen Petrovic and big man Brook Lopez. So a solid lineup. But on all-star difficulty, not so difficult to go up against. And another thing I noticed in this first game is that the CPU did not make any substitutions throughout the entire 4 quarters. So some of these players would end up getting tired, making it even easier to get the W in this first of 5 games. Now, before going into the second game of the Spotlight Sim Series challenges, I opened some more locker codes and got really lucky. Ended up pulling a leap year Galaxy Opal Tracy McGrady. So I threw him in at the shooting guard position, replacing Amethyst Kobe Bryant in the starting lineup. And now looking at the lineup for the Toronto Raptors in Game 2 of the Atlantic Division, they have Kyle Lowry starting at point guard, Vince Carter at shooting guard, DeMar DeRozan at small forward, Pascal Siakam at the power forward, and Marc Gasol at the center. All Galaxy Opals. And let me tell you, this one was definitely a bit more difficult. Vince Carter was uber athletic and hard to stop, and Kyle Lowry, for whatever reason, was just going off. Now, despite all of this, again, this team did not really make many substitutions at all. Kawhi Leonard sat on the bench the entire game. I ended up winning this game in about a couple tries using the lineup that I had put in. So again, not too difficult. And then going into the third game of 5, going against the Philadelphia 76ers, they have Allen Iverson at point guard and Hersey Hawkins at shooting guard. 2 really small guards. Not too easy for them to guard Stephen Curry and Tracy McGrady, which made it very easy. And I was so glad that this 76ers lineup had put Ben Simmons at the power forward instead of the point guard. Made it a whole lot easier, and there's not really much to say. This was an easy win right here. Challenge didn't take much effort at all. But now moving on to the fourth game, going against the AllTime Knicks. This is where the challenges started to get very difficult. This was the first game that was on Hall of Fame difficulty. The starting lineup included Walt Frazier starting at the point guard, Carmelo Anthony at the shooting guard, Jerry Lucas at the small forward, and then we have Porzingis at power forward and Patrick Ewing at the center. Let me tell you, Walt Frazier is one hell of a defender. Hard to get by with either Steph Curry or Tracy McGrady. Carmelo is very big for the shooting guard position, and just about anybody can shoot threes. Even Patrick Ewing can shoot some threes. It's a really hard team to stop, and it took me several tries. What I ended up doing to help create some mismatches on defense for the New York Knicks was to go to the auction house and pick up out of position pink diamond Bill Walton. If you guys don't have him, go ahead and pick him up. He's very easy to cheese with and beat some of these challenges. He's basically a center playing at the point guard position, and he costs anywhere from around 5,000 to 10,000 MT on the auction house. Very cheap, very easy to get and add to your lineup. So I put him in as the backup point guard for my squad. I still kept Stephen Curry in because he was good for getting some quick threes here or there. It's good to have a point guard or shooting guard that can hit some moving threes in your lineup for these challenges, just to get some quick and easy buckets. But again, this Knicks team was incredibly difficult. It took me about 4 or 5 tries to actually beat them. I added Bill Walton to the lineup after the first 3 to 4 tries, and so having him as the backup point guard and able to body either Jeremy Lin or Walt Frazier, whoever was in at point guard at the current time, made this challenge a whole lot easier and ended up defeating the Knicks and moving on to the final game, which I've heard so many people talk about, going against the Boston Celtics. Now, the reason why everybody is talking about this challenge is because 2K's CPU completely ignores position locks and has Larry Bird starting at the point guard, once again making Bill Walton a good choice to buy off the auction house to include in your lineup at point guard. Somebody that can match up with Larry Bird's size and body him up on defense and offense to help stop him from scoring easy threes. My number one tip for this challenge is to just not let Larry Bird score. Do whatever you can. You know, if Robert Parrish is open from 3, if Bill Russell's open from 3, that's fine because their tendencies for 3-point shots are low enough that unless they're completely wide open, they're most likely not going to take the 3-pointer. However, Larry Bird will just continuously throw up tough shots and put them in, so I highly recommend focusing the defensive effort on him and not minding too much having Bill Russell slightly open for a 3-point shot, as I found that he very rarely, if ever, attempted a deep jump shot in this game, despite his Galaxy Opal having the higher jump shot ratings. And now after defeating all 5 of these challenges, as you can see, we get the Galaxy Opal reward of Derek Coleman from the New Jersey Nets. I've only used him in 1 game so far. He plays at the power forward and center position. Haven't seen too much flair from him. He's all right. Obviously, it's the free Galaxy Opal, so I'll take what I can get. But not exactly the best of cards. We'll have to see how the other Galaxy Opals are looking. I'll let you know more of what I find out from him as I use him in more games. I've included him in my lineup for the All-Time Spotlight Sims Central Division challenges, so we'll get a little bit more exposure and have more information on him shortly. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed. I hope this video helps you, give you some ideas on how to beat these challenges. If it did, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe to the Big Blue Baller Buckets YouTube channel. Check out these other videos that you see on your screen now, more My Team videos, tips and tricks, and some NBA 2K21 news. And to all my Big Blue Ballers out there, let's get that bread, and I'll see you all on the next one.